Ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to each and every one of you to the World Teachers Quiz Know It All. Before we move any further of this fantastic initiative from the TeacherTribe.world, it is our pleasure and privilege to introduce to you our host, a passionate knowledge show host, writer, author, poet. She's the co-founder and senior editor of the TeacherTribe.world. She is also the only professional woman quiz host across Asia. With over 300 shows across 50 destinations of India and overseas, she enjoys a huge fan following now with students and teachers. From being a co-host of the Tata Crucible to several other corporate shows, the Teacher's Quiz is something that is very close to her and she's passionate about. She was rated by Business World as a 40 under 40 for content creators a year ago and was also conferred the iconic Woman Creating a Better World for All award by the Women Economic Forum. Ladies and gentlemen, here to grill you all, please welcome one and only Rashmi Furtado.
Hello ladies and gentlemen and my dear educators, welcome to the third quarter final of the World Teachers Quiz Know It All Season 3. We have completed the first two quarterfinals already and I have identified the 4 semi-finalists. I still have to identify many more. That's the reason we are now at our third quarter final. Let me quickly introduce our finalists to you and then we will get into the game. Our first finalist for the day is Arinta Chaudhary from Navrachna Vidyani Vidyalaya from Baroda. Following her is Dr. Smita Das from Navrachna Higher Secondary School. Alright, following her is Chaitanya from Genjuswali School. Up next is Anuradha from National Public School, Bengaluru. Anamika Sharma from St. Kabir School, Chandigarh. Jaya Bajpai from Navrachna Higher Secondary School. Shri Priya Hariharan from PSBB Millennium School. Completing the lineup here today for us is Sunita from National Public School, Bengaluru. Alright, so these are our finalists for the day. I have been chatting with them before the quarterfinal starts and they are already enjoying even before the quarterfinal starts. So I expect this quarterfinal to be a lot of fun. Quick rules of the game, ladies and gentlemen. 10 questions is what I have for them. All of them on the buzzer. +1 if they get it right, -1 if they get it wrong. Only the top 2 scorers from among the 8 of them will make it to the semi-final that is coming up in a few days. Alright, the questions, single attempt per questions only, multiple attempts are not allowed and all of them are already aware of the fair play protocols. So let's quickly get into the quarter-final. I will be the one who will be reading out all of their questions. Nothing appears on the screen. The buzzers are open. Finalists, please be very careful with the buzzers. They are highly sensitive. The first question of this quarter final coming up now. I Do What I Do is authored by whom? Alright, I'll help you out with options. Warren Buffett or Dr. Raghuram Rajan. Chaitanya, go ahead ma'am.
Warren Buffett.
-1. -1 on that. Dr. Raghuram Rajan, the answer I was looking for. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 2. Here we go. This is a defined contribution plan under which a fixed sum is invested and then becomes available at the retirement age. What am I talking about? Go ahead, Sunita ma'am.
The pension funds, the pension scheme.
+1 to you. +1, absolutely right. The pension schemes or pension as an answer, getting her a +1. Let's move on. Question 3. Sergei Bubka is known for which sport? Anu on the buzzer, go ahead.
The pole vault.
+1 to you, absolutely right. Pole vault, giving her a +1. All right, let's move on. Question number 4. What is the name of the train that runs between Pakistan and India? Sunita, go ahead. She pressed the buzzer. Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, I'm not getting
All
it.
right, taking a -1 on that. I have a couple of hands up. No points, but one of you can try. Go ahead.
Samjhauta Express?
Samjhauta Express?
Both of you are right. Samjhauta Express would have given one of you a +1. All right. But taking a negative on that one is Sunita ma'am. Let's move on to question number 5. I'll give you options on this one. Daniel Radcliffe is known for the portrayal of which famous character? Anamika ma'am, not needing options. Go ahead on the buzzer. Anamika, go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. Mahatma Gandhi?
-1. She did not wait for me to give the options. The options that I had, Harry Potter or Batman. Yes, Smita ma'am, go ahead. You can try.
Harry Potter. Harry
Potter was absolutely right. But no one...
What the options, ma'am?
All right, no one getting a +1 on this, but Anamika getting a -1. All right, we have completed 5 questions, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you where all of them stand. As of now, I only have Anu on +1. Sunita was also on +1, but she took a negative a little earlier, so she's on nil. Chaitanya and Anamika both on -1 each. We are now moving on to question number 6. Top 2 scorers make it through into that semi-final. Let's not forget that. Let's move into question number 6. Here we go. If we were at Phnom Penh, then which country's capital are we in? Go ahead, Anu. Go ahead, ma'am.
Vietnam, ma'am.
Taking a negative. I expected this to be a confusion. The answer, Cambodia. Cambodia would have given you a +1. Taking a negative on that one is Anu. Let's move on to question number 7. Here we go. In the world of finance, what does IMF stand for? Go ahead, Sunita.
International Monetary Fund.
+1 to you. Beautiful answer. Getting her +1 back again is Sunita. She's moving into the positives carefully. All right. Last 3 questions of this quarterfinal remaining. And as of now, only Sunita on +1 because Anu took a negative a little earlier and she's back on nil. Question number 8. Listen to me very carefully. If Mr. Weatherby is the principal of the school that brings out the blue and gold newspaper, Shri Priya, go ahead.
Riverdale High School.
+1 to you. Absolutely right. Riverdale High School, giving her a +1. All right. They get even the fictional world right when it comes to school and education. +1 on that to her. The last 2 questions. Question number 9. Here we go. Which sports personality married to a former... Sunita, ma'am. She has done this again. I think she's pressing her buzzer by mistake.
Yes, this was by mistake because it said it got disconnected, so I was trying to bring it back when it got pressed.
Please raise your hand. Tell me if it gets disconnected and do not press the buzzer. I can't help it. I have to give you a negative at this point, okay? The entire question, ladies and gentlemen, which sports personality married to a former Miss Universe owns the company Globo Sport? The question now is invalid since the buzzer was pressed right in between. The answer I was looking for is Mahesh Bhupati. Mahesh Bhupati would have given one of your +1. The last question. Well, I have Shri Priya on +1. If she decides to sit back and enjoy the last question, she still has made it through to that semi-final. Unless, of course, she takes a negative on the last one, then she's in trouble. But she's smiling. I doubt if she'll do that. All right, the last question of this quarterfinal. One more slot remaining in that semi-final. Let's see who gets it right. Midnight's Children, I have options. Midnight's Children is a book by Sunita. Go ahead.
Salman Rushdie.
+1 to you, absolutely right. Despite making the mistakes that she did with her buzzers, she still got it right, and she joins Shri Priya into that semi-final that's coming up soon, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to Sunita and Shri Priya. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for joining me in this quarter-final. We are only at the third quarter-final of the World Teachers Quiz. We have many more to go. Do come back and watch the next quarter-final. I promise you a very entertaining quarter-final for sure. You take care, and I will see you soon.